Reginald Witbooi is standing by. Reginald, good evening to you. I mean, a really worrying story. So many children. And this underage drinking phenomenon leads to all kinds of other social ills, does it not?
Well, good evening to you, Bongi. We are coming to you from Platfontein near Kimberley, which lies about 15 kilometers outside. Now, if I can just give you a brief history of this specific community where we are coming to you live. The inhabitants of the Krung and the Kwe originates from the northern side of Namibia and also the southern parts of Angola. And this is a relatively poor community. The Afrikaans-speaking community here say that they are unemployed, and unemployment rate is very high in this area. Now, earlier on, when we spoke to the 15-year-old boy who dropped out of school, he said that he actually dropped out of school because there's no recreational activities going on in this area. He went to the farm because he wanted to give his mother and his siblings a better life. So he wanted to start working, and then he ultimately found friends, and they then decided to start drinking. But the social workers told us that children as young as 10 years old are starting to drink, and they go as up to 16 years old. So this is the grim reality of this community. The social worker also stated earlier on, although they are rendering their services in an attempt to help this community and specifically the children in this community to curb this, they can't basically do that, because at the end of the day the children just feel, well, we are used to this lifestyle, we don't want your help, we just want to drink. And the social worker said the recreational activity for many children in this area is, well, my friend, come, let's go and drink.
Reginald, just give us a sense of how it is that kids as young as 10-year-olds, how do they come across the alcohol in the first place?
Well, if you can just repeat that question, Bongi.
I'm saying, how do they come across the alcohol in the first place?
Well, we spoke to the social worker, and then she told us, and also the 15-year-old boy, he admitted, and also his mother admitted that there are a lot of places, illegal shebeens in this area that is selling this home-brewed alcohol to underage children, and it's more a fact of children are seeing their parents drinking, and that's the reason they also want to just drink. And because it's a home-brewed alcohol, they think it's better, because that's what the social worker actually told us, and she can't actually say that, well, it is because of cultural practices, because that will be wrong, because underage drinking at the end of the day itself is wrong, and parents need to set an example. But for this community, parents are saying they can't, because they are only dependent on social grants, they don't have jobs, and it's a fact of out of mind, out of sight.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Reginald Witbooi in Platfontein near Kimberley. And of course, as you would expect, this with a breakdown in the social fabric causes all kinds of problems. We know that underage drinking leads to all kinds of other issues, including, of course, high-risk sexual behavior, sexual assault. Many of these kids find all kinds of creative ways to get alcohol, to access alcohol. And we also know that because of stress, because of anxiety, a lack of parental supervision, a number of other problems, this is what the situation. And of course, Platfontein is but a microcosm of what really seems to be a growing national problem.